All righty, here we go. We've got our Nestlé Professional Sweet Harvest plant-based demo going on in the virtual arena here. I'm Rick Secko, and I'm the Customer Development Chef for Nestlé Professional. My pleasure to be here today and talk about Sweet Harvest. Sweet Harvest plant-based products. We've got our nuggets and patties that we're going to go through today and be able to talk about and show in a couple of applications all about the products. So right here, we've got our Sweet Harvest nuggets. If you've received them in your package and you've had the opportunity to try them, I'm going to cook up a couple of these today. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in my deep fryer over there, and I'm going to deep fry these for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So I'm going to go over there and drop these down in my deep fryer right now. So we want to be cooking these plant-based nuggets and patties from frozen, ideally from frozen in your freezer, and then at 350 degrees for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. You can also bake them into a combi oven or a convection oven. One of these things, they turn out great within those ovens also. You just want to make sure that they're on a rack so that that steam and that air flow from the convection fan moves all the way around, and I shouldn't have said steam, but that air from the convection oven goes around and rotates all the way throughout that nugget so they retain nice and crisp. The nuggets, here we go, and the patty come in a 4.4 kilo case right here. There's 4 bags in a case. This is what a bag of those nuggets look like. All completely nice and golden brown. They're plant-based nugget within there. Each one is about 22 grams. So you get like 50 nuggets in a bag, about 200, little more than 200 in a case within there. Please keep them frozen. When you're putting them in your deep fryer, you got 350 degrees that deep fryer set at. What you're looking for is to ensure that you have an internal temperature of the nugget or the patty, for that matter, of 165 degrees. That should take you at 350 about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. If they're going into the oven and in a convection oven, we want that at 425. Again, what you want to do is make sure that you've got that airflow moving around so that you're on an elevated pan on a rack and that your internal temperature is 165. That amount of time in the convection oven for your nuggets should take anywhere between 7 minutes to 8 minutes. 7 minutes and 30 seconds is ideal. As you can see here, this is what that case 4.4 looks like. I've got my timer on and I've got about 55 seconds left for those nuggets. So I'm going to clear this area so I can set up our first order of nuggets. We've got a couple of things here for our nuggets. I got a couple of sauces just to dip in and a nice little plate to garnish this in. I'm going to take a little bit of greens on the base of this plate. And while this is going down, I'm going to take a little bit of my nugget itself and drop my next order of nuggets into my fryer. So if there's any questions during this whole demo, please feel free to type them in the chat. My coordinator, Miriam, will be able to ask me those questions during the point in time so that we're there. All right, that's my timer going off. Let's go check on my nuggets, see if they're up to temp. So let's see what we've got here. I got my nuggets out of my fryer. I'm going to take my thermometer, make sure that that's placed within the center of a nugget. And you want to make sure that that temperature gets up to 165 degrees within there. So I don't know if we can zoom in. Probably can't. But if you could zoom into there, you would see that that's 166 and still climbing. So I'm going to do a little toss with this. And then I'm going to take these nuggets and I'm going to place 5 of them on my little bowl here, just to be able to go there. and then serve them with 2 sauces as a dipper. Has anybody asked what these nuggets are? If they're a plant-based nugget, what kind of plant is that in there? Well, these nuggets are soy-based. So the center of our nugget as we go through is a soy-based interior. So I'm going to take one of these nuggets and actually open one up so you can see the interior of that nugget. So all I did was basically rip that open and tear. And you can see that nugget inside, and that internal of that nugget is nice and juicy. And as I press that, real juicy, and it's got some great color and great texture in there. That is one of the key differences between the Sweet Harvest plant-based nugget. In there, we've got that soy with there, and then that chicken flavor of some garlic, some onion, and some other binders to be able to keep this together into things. So what we've got is the binders within there, some wheat gluten as the ingredients within there. Great within any kind of application within this, as with dippers, or the next thing that I'll show you is dressed up and a little bit elevated. And what we're going to do with the nuggets that we've got down there is plate a little bit of some classic chicken and waffles. So, nice little plates. Got a couple of waffles here that I'm going to lay there on the plates. And then I'm going to have some nuggets coming out of my deep fryer, and those are cooking again for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That timer's going off. Great. I'm going to take my thermometer, make sure that that thermometer and that those nuggets are up to temp. Take a look. And over here, look at that beautiful golden brown color on those nuggets. They are really have a great color and a beautiful, crisp exterior that is nice and juicy all the way throughout. So as we can see with this one too, my thermometer is just jumping. So we are well past 165. Make sure that you have that fryer there at that 100 or 350 degrees, so you ensure that you're getting those right up there to temp. I'm going to take a little bit of sauce here. I'm going to do a little sauce and toss. Sauce and toss with my nuggets, just to be able to coat them. Oh, one went flying for a little bit there. Coat them in that sauce. We grab that one, put that over here. Coat it in that nice sauce, and this is in sort of like a nice little spicy honey bourbon sauce. Into that, dressed with a little bit of green onion all over the plate for an elevated version of chicken and waffles. Finished off, just a little dust of sesame seed. So you've got that great crunchiness of that nugget, the nice sauce, and that juicy interior within that plant-based nugget itself. Give my plate a little clean from my sauce and toss. Be able to get in there. And there are my 2 nuggets. So the nuggets, you say, fryer or combi oven or convection oven. Fryer, 350 degrees, 2 minutes, 45 seconds till your internal temperature is 165. Oven, 7 minutes, 30 seconds, 425 degrees in that convection oven. Fan at 50%, basically taking it from frozen on an elevated rack until internal temperature is 165 degrees or 74 degrees Celsius. That's our critical control point on them. Keep the nuggets frozen. Make sure that they are frozen all the way throughout the idea of bringing to your freezer, to the fryer, or freezer to the oven. What's also great about this product too, and being able to work throughout this product, is that it holds up well to holding too. So whether you're holding the product underneath a heat lamp or in warming drawers or anything like that, just got to make sure that they're dry heat. You want it dry heat, not moist heat, to keep them nice and crispy on the exterior and moist on the interior. And they'll hold for up to 20 minutes too, within those holding cabinets and those warming drawers. So that is our plant-based nugget, and into a couple of executions within there. Great as dippers, great also within any applications to be able to sauce and toss. Another application that I really used well with this is we've done some plant-based tacos too. You can do mini tacos, having that within there, a nice corn tortilla, little bit of cabbage with some vinegar in there, a great sauce or a crema to go on. An ancho or chipotle crema goes excellent with this, and then being able to have that plant-based nugget in there. So that is the plant-based nuggets. Do we have any questions from the group on that? If there is questions, please feel free to type them into the chat, because what we'll work through now, and we'll talk through a little bit about, is our plant-based patty working through. So that plant-based nugget, 4 1.1 kilo bags, 22 grams each. So you're looking at approximately 50 per bag, about 200, little bit 51 per bag, 200 per case within there. The next product we have within this whole idea of matrix within the plant-based is a soy-based product that's really, really nice and crispy, and working through that too. And that would be our plant-based patty. So let me show you our plant-based patty. Here, in there. Case size is the same. And then this is what a bag of our plant-based patties look like. Breading, par fried, already got that nice crunchy crispy breading on the outside. This needs to be kept frozen also until it goes through that whole cooking process and cooking stage. This patty itself, there's 2 bags in a case. Same thing, where each bag is then 2.2 kilos within there. So we got a 4.4 kilo case, 2 bags. And within here, in the bags, they're 125 grams, and there's 17 per bag. Actually, 1 bag in the case will have 17, 1 bag will have 18 within there. So you'll get 35 patties per case. They're a great little oval shape within here. And same with methods of cooking, that we've got deep fryer or convection oven throughout. So I'm going to put these back in the freezer, and then I'm going to take a couple of these patties and I'm going to throw them down. They're fantastic for sandwiches and other kind of applications. So here's my plant-based patties. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in my deep fryer. These patties in the deep fryer, we're going to take one, it's going to take 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 45 seconds in the deep fryer. Okay, so over here, I'm going to drop a couple down. And then set by timer to make sure that those go in there. So with the patties, we also have the ability to put those in the oven also, just like the nuggets. You want to make sure that those are on an elevated rack again, right there, so the air can circulate around on the convection oven. Make sure that fan's at 50% if you have that ability within the convection oven. So that amount of time, again, you're looking for an internal temperature of 165 or 74 degrees Celsius as our critical control point. And you'll want to make sure that those are in the combi oven for the convection oven for 14 minutes. Give it a test at 13 within there, but you're looking at about a 14-minute cook time within those items in the convection oven. So a couple of things that you can do with patties, and I've got a couple of there that are all crisped up and things like that. You can do more than just the sandwich, the regular sandwich. So what, first of all, is we're going to show you and take you through just a regular sandwich setup. because that's the norm where the majority of these products get eaten. They've got a great crunchiness, a great crispiness, so that works really, really well with the whole chicken sandwich sort of idea and things like that. So I've got a couple of things here to be able to execute that and show you this out. So I've got here a great little garlic aioli, and a garlic aioli made with a vegan mayonnaise because the products are vegetarian. Be able to go through a nice little toasted bun, and then I'm going to put some of that roasted garlic aioli on, of course, the top and the bottom of the bun. I like things saucy, so I'm going to go on the bottom of the bun, that roasted garlic aioli, making sure that it goes all the way to the sides. Nice toast on the bun too, which makes your bun warm and soft on the inside because you've got that heat, and then a nice little crisp crunch on the bun on the interior. Got my aioli going on both sides. And I've got some nicely finely shredded lettuce, just some great shredded lettuce. Gonna go there on top. Build that. And then I'll have some red onions and some tomatoes on the other side. I'm going to put some onions actually down here, and I'm going to top with just the tomato slice. Get this going nice here for us to be able to enjoy. All right, so one thing also about these patties, so we're looking at about 125 grams for each patty itself, 3 minutes and 45 seconds, or until internal temperature is 165. Please check that within your fryers and where they are calibrated at, because you want to make sure that you're not going and heating this up to say 190 or below 165. Anything way too hot, what you're losing is you're losing moisture within the interior of the product. And one thing as we go through and see this, the product interior of our nuggets and patties are nice and moist. So mimicking that whole idea of that moistness in a nugget and a patty within there. So that is one of those key benefits of this product. So there we go. My timer's going off. I'm going to go over and take a look at my patty. Here. Another one down over here. Look at those. Look at that. Some great looking products here. Great looking products. Check that my interior in delivers to that 165. And all the way there, bang on, bang on. Not sure if we can see that in the camera. If you can zoom in real close, but there it is. Definitely at 165, hitting actually 181 right now within that interior. Again, watch if these go above 190 during your cooking time and anything like that. That's, you don't want them to be going above that 190 within that. So you can see that crispy, crunchy. Look at that texture that is all within that, and that great little wavy texture of the patty itself. So what that provides is a fantastic crunch towards these patties. So over here on the bun, I'm then going to take some fantastic, beautifully ripe tomatoes, and I'm going to put one on the top there, and then just lean my bun over for a great build and a nice crunchy patty of a plant-based chicken burger within there. So crunch. So I don't know how well the sound works within this stuff, within our stuff, but you can see all these wavy little textures and stuff to that. So we got an amazing crunch out of this patty. So I got my knife here, and let's see as I go through with my knife, and if you can actually hear this loud crunch that's going to happen, because that's part of the joy of our plant-based chicken sandwich and what is on this patty itself. So you ready for it? I'm going to be quiet now so you can actually hear the crunch and be amazed. Okay, it's rare for me to be quiet. Wow. Did you hear that crunch? I'm not sure if you did, but that crunch was unbelievable over here on this side. I guess I should have brought that little speaker a little bit closer to me if you didn't hear that crunch, but take a look at the interior of that patty in there. So we've got that great little fibers working through that color, the texture. And if I press down on this, we've got some nice juice in there. So we've got a juicy patty that is available there within that for those plant-based chicken sandwiches. So as you can see, I just also cut that into something. So that's the whole ability of being able to take this patty and think out of the box, think differently on plant-based and what you can do with plant-based nuggets and patties. So as an example, you know what? The whole idea of a sauce and toss with this patty, you can take this, cut that in half, be able to throw that into a wrap, do it with a nice ancho barbecue sauce, maybe some arugula in there, little shaved red onions, be able to build quite a wrap within that. Also, at the same point in time, be able to sauce and toss that with maybe some Asian flair within there, a great General Tso sauce mixed with some onions and peppers, maybe a little bit of sesame garnished with a little bit of green onion, and that on a bed of roasted garlic basmati rice can work fantastic. But we're going to show you something different within this too. So within that whole cooking time of what I've got on my next patty coming out, which is almost there, I'm going to do something completely different with this patty, because the whole idea within chicken of having our plant-based patty here, I'm going to build a plant-based Sweet Harvest chicken parmigiana. So over there on my stove, I got a little bit of tomato sauce. I'm going to drop down some fusilli pasta and have this down and toss that in a little bit of marinara sauce. I can hear the time coming soon for my plant-based patty being ready to build. I've got some great marinara sauce here, ready to build this too. There's my timer. Let's go check on my plant-based patty. Fantastic. So I got my plant-based patty here. What's the thing I got to check now? I got to check my internal temperature. Ensure that my internal temperature is what? So what internal temperature am I looking for? Yeah, I'm asking my coordinator over there. An internal temperature of our patty needs to be, is the one I keep showing you. It is 165. So I'm jumping to 180, 181. I am excellent there at that 3 minutes and 45 seconds with my plant-based patty. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little tray. Because what do you do with the Parmigiana? Well, I've got a marinara sauce here for my Parmigiana. And I'm going to take this marinara sauce and place that on top of my Parmesan. Make sure that that's all nice on top. And then I've got some plant-based mozzarella cheese. And I take that and place that all over my plant-based patty. And we're going to melt under the broiler. So much. It's going to be quick because I got that broiler on and that's got that heat going there. So next thing I'm going to do is grab a couple of plates, be able to plate my Parmesan. I've got my pasta all ready to go. Let's give it a quick toss in some of my marinara sauce. We're going to place some of this on our plate. And then I'm going to have to race over to my oven to make sure that my Parmigiana is doing well under there. Beautiful. Right under the broiler, giving it a nice bunch of melty cheese. I'm sure that my coordinator Miriam's going, you can't see me over here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Miriam. Because I'm looking to get that beautiful, beautiful brown happening on the mozzarella cheese. Oh, nice. There we go. And then I've got some roasted peppers and onions to go to the side over here. Nice roasted within the oven. Green and yellow with our Parmigiana. And being able to look at plant-based nuggets, patties, in sort of different applications, not just sandwich, not just sitting there being able to sauce and toss, but then doing some different things with it. So we've got our Parmigiana there. I'm just going to garnish this with a little piece of Italian parsley. And there's my piece of Italian parsley. And then there we go. So we've got our plant-based Parmesan. So plant-based can do different things for everybody. Different things all the way around with the Sweet Harvest brand and our plant-based chicken nuggets and our plant-based patties. Take a look at plant-based differently, enjoy the taste, enjoy the flavor, the sauce and toss with the nuggets, being able to build different things, such as chicken and waffles with that plant-based nugget, sitting in that little sweet and spicy sauce with a little bit of molasses, a little bit of heat within there on a bed of waffles. Just simple as dip to the sauce and toss, building tacos. Definitely take a look at your plant-based sandwiches because you can build a huge variety of plant-based sandwiches with that crispy, crunchy plant-based patty that we have within there. And take a look at that juicy interior. It is amazing within that flavor. Then take a look at your entrees that you can do. Plant-based Parmigiana isn't the only thing that you could do. We've got things that you can also do with Asian flair and Latin flair all the way throughout. Whether it's things such as Mediterranean bowls, little Asian General Tso bowls, things like that, to be able to play within the whole plant base. But Sweet Harvest is bringing a crispy, crunchy, juicy, yummy flavor with these plant-based chicken nuggets and patties. So there you go. Is there any questions? Otherwise, enjoy. We got a question over here from the crowd. Yes, please.
The cheese that's used on top.
Yep.
Is that a dairy-based mozzarella or is that a plant-based cheese?
So it's a plant-based mozzarella that we bought within there that I just bought in retail, within retail to make sure that that was in there, the whole variety of being able to do this all within that plant-based variety. So a plant-based mozzarella that is currently within the retail stream within Canada. Excellent question. Excellent question. Any questions in the chat there, Miriam? None at all. So, well, there we go. So we'll summarize a couple of things that we within the plant-based realm here and the things of being able to show within plant-based. Both of these cases of the nuggets and patties come in 4.4 kilo cases. The nuggets, we've got 4 bags in that case. So that is 1.1 kilos in a bag. Each nugget, we're looking at 22 grams. So you've got 50 nuggets to a bag. But then again, I hear that there's like 205 in a case. So maybe there's 51 nuggets in the bag. So within there, cooking in the deep fryer is the way you get the crispiest coating. Convection oven works great too, just not as crunchy and crispy there. Monitor your temperature. Convection oven, you got to have it 425, but monitor that with a 50% fan, and you're looking at about 7 minutes and 30 seconds, between 7 and 8 minutes, depending upon your oven. Always test things based upon your equipment in your location. Test with a calibrated thermometer, making sure that your internal temperature is minimum 165 degrees. Remember, products need to be cooked to 165. That's the critical control point on these products. If you're cooking in an oven, try to have it on an elevated rack. That way the fan and the heat from your fan moving around within that convection oven ensures that your top and your bottom are nice and crisp throughout. Plant-based patty, when I talk about the patty on the other side, we've got that at 125 grams. Case size is the same. We've got 2 bags. So that's like 17 patties within each bag, total of 35. So that means one bag's got 18, one bag's got 17 in there to be able to have that plant-based patties in there. Also, that 4.4 kilo case. Patty itself within the fryer at 350 degrees, you'll want to make sure that that's 3 minutes, 45 seconds or until it's 165 degrees. So make sure that you're checking again that internal temperature, 165 Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. In the combi oven or the convection oven, again, elevated rack, anywhere between 13 and 14 and a half minutes, depending again on your oven. Test your stuff in your own equipment. That is the best way to do it, to be able to build through. If there's no more questions on our plant-based products, none at all? Well, there we go. That is our webinar for today on this Sweet Harvest brand of plant-based nuggets and patties. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Enjoy trying the products, selling the products, putting them in front of your customers in lots of different applications. If there's anything that you need on applications or recommendations or concepts, please feel free to reach out to your Nestlé professional salesperson who then, or you can reach out to me personally and be able to talk to you about your business and the concepts that are available that you can execute within these plant-based nuggets and patties. It's always my pleasure to talk about food. So there we go. Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating in the webinar on Sweet Harvest plant-based nuggets and patties. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon.